Welcome to my actual play video. My name is Roosevelt Cooper from Golden Acacia Gaming. In this video, I'm going to be demonstrating to you how you can use the Mythic Game Master Emulator 2nd edition to play a tabletop role-playing game, either solo or with a group without needing a Game Master. In this particular video, the character I'm going to be playing is Kashta Napata. He is a male human paladin at level 1. And we're playing Dungeons & Dragons, the 2024 update. Where we last left off, Kashta and his group of adventurers found some tracks that they believe could have been left by the bandits. They followed the tracks to a campsite which was populated by the bandits. However, before they could get the drop on the bandits, they stepped onto a large trap and fell into a deep dungeon. So where we leave off now, Kashta and his group, they are now inside the dungeon. There is apparently no way to climb back up to get out of the pit. So now they are searching for an exit to get out of the dungeon. So what we first want to do is identify our expected scene. For this particular scene, I expect that Kashta and his group are going to make their way deeper into the dungeon, looking to find a way of escape. So we're going to now roll on the chaos factor. The chaos factor right now is a 3. So if we roll higher than a 3, then the expected scene will happen as we expect it. If we roll a 3 or lower, then the scene will be interrupted and we'll get either an altered scene or we might get a full interrupt scene. So let me go ahead and roll a d10. All right, I rolled a 2. So that means we are not going to get the expected scene. All right, a 2 is an even number. So an even number means we are going to get an interrupt scene. So that means we're going to get a completely random scene that is going to interrupt our expected scene. That's actually kind of appropriate the way this adventure has been going. So when we encountered the bandit camp, we thought we were going to be able to just capture the bandits and call it a day. But then we got an interrupt scene, and that interrupt scene resulted in us being in this dungeon, now trying to find a way out. Now, as soon as we hit the dungeon, we get another interrupt scene. So now we're going to see where this is going to take us now. All right, so first, when generating a interrupt scene, we're going to consider the context of the adventure. So the context of the adventure right now is we have been sent down into this dungeon and we're looking for a way to escape. Next, we're going to roll on the event focus table. We're going to do a D100 to see what is going to be the focus of this new event. So let's go ahead and roll on that now. All right, we got a 65. 65 is move away from a threat. So that's what we got last time too. So now we're going to move away from a threat again. Man, what is going on here? All right, so next we're going to roll on the threads list to see which thread we're going to move away from. All right, we got a 4. 4 is escape the dungeon. So whatever this random event is, it's moving us away from our ability to escape the dungeon. Wow, this is really interesting. All right, so since we are in this dungeon and that is the event focus, we're going to now roll on the event meaning table. And I think it's going to be appropriate to roll on the descriptor table. And we have a table called locations on the descriptor table. So we're going to go ahead and roll 2 words on the descriptor table to try to identify what this event is that's going to move us away from the threat of trying to escape out of this dungeon. So we're going to once again roll on a D100. We're going to do that twice to get our descriptor words. Here's the first roll. That's 80. That's rustic. And now the second row. That's 41. 41 is frightening. Rustic, frightening. All right, I know exactly what this is. So rustic frightening to me means that the adventurers are going to get attacked by some undead. Like maybe it might be an undead farmer or an undead villager or several undead farmers or undead villagers. But I'm going to rule that the adventurers are going to get attacked by some undead. We're going to say that they are zombies. And I'm going to roll a d6 to see how many they get attacked by. We'll say d6 plus 2, since there is 4 of us. That would give us a bare minimum of at least 3 zombies. So let's go ahead and roll. All right, so we got a 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6. So we're going to get attacked by 6 zombies. So with that, let's roll for initiative. All right, first we're going to roll for Kashta. His initiative is +0. Kashta rolls a 5. So he's going to move on initiative count 5. Next, we're going to roll for Ada. She has a +1 to her initiative. She rolls a 13. Next, we're going to roll for Jodam. Jodam also has a +1 to his initiative. Jodam rolls a 4. Next, we're going to roll for Merrick. Merrick's initiative is +2. Merrick rolls a 6. And last but not least, we're going to roll for the zombies. The good thing is we actually have stats for the 2024 edition of zombies. So that works out. The zombies have a -2 to their initiative. So they rolled a 1. All right, so next I need to know how close the zombies are. So I'm going to ask Mythic. And I'm going to ask Mythic, are the zombies 60 feet away from us or closer? And I'm going to say that is very likely. All right, we got a 15. So that is a yes. So the zombies are 60 feet away from us or less. So now I'm going to ask, are they 30 feet away from us or less? So I would say that is likely. $33. That is a yes. So they are 30 feet away from us. And now I'm going to ask, are they 15 feet away from us or less? I'm going to say that that's unlikely. We got a 27, so that is a no because of the chaos factor. It's only 3. So the zombies are 30 feet away from us. So with that, let's go ahead and go into combat. So first we're going to start with Ada. Ada is a sidekick that is a spellcaster mage. So I'm going to have Ada cast Firebolt at one of the zombies. So she has a +4 to hit. So we're going to go ahead and roll the attack roll. The zombies have an armor class of 8. so they can be hit pretty easily. And Ada rolls a 6, so that is a miss. So Ada casts Firebolt at the zombies, and it flies to their right, missing them completely. So that is Ada's turn. Next up, we have Merrick. Merrick is a first level expert. Merrick is going to attack with his short bow. He has a +4 to hit. So we're going to roll. He rolled a 13. That is a hit because the zombie's armor class is 8. So we're going to roll for damage. He does 1d8 plus 2 damage. So he gets a 7. So that's going to damage one of the zombies. So we'll say that's the first zombie. And that zombie is bloodied, has the bloody condition. All right, that's Merrick's turn. Now it's Kashata's turn. I'm going to have Kashata draw a javelin and throw it at the zombie. Because there's 6 of them, probably doesn't make much sense to rush in and get surrounded. So he's going to throw his javelin at the zombie. We'll have him throw it at the zombie that Merrick hit. All right, so he has a +6 to hit. So unless he rolls really low, he's going to hit. All right, he rolled an 18, so that's going to be a hit. Now he's going to roll for damage. He does 1d6 plus 4. All right, he rolled a 7, and that's going to be enough. First zombie has been defeated, but zombies have a trait called Undead Fortitude. So if damage reduces the zombie to 0 hit points, it must make a Constitution saving throw with a DC of 5 plus the damage taken. So in this case, it was 7 damage. So it's going to be a DC 12, unless the damage is radiant or from a critical hit. So we're going to go ahead and have the zombie make a Constitution save. DC is going to be 12. Its Constitution has a +3. That is a 10. That is not going to be enough. The first zombie is defeated. All right, next is Jodam. Jodam is a first level spellcaster healer specialty. So Jodam is going to cast Sacred Flame on the second zombie. That's going to be a DC 12, and that's going to be a dexterity save. Zombie rolls an 8. That's not going to be enough, so that's going to be a hit. All right, so we're going to roll D8 for the damage. That is going to be 7. All right, that is Jodam's turn. So they are 30 feet away. The zombies move 20 feet. So I'm going to have the zombies move 20 feet to get closer to the adventuring party. And since they are not in position to attack, we will have them take the dodge action. So that is their turn. And unfortunately for our adventurers, there is no way out because they just fell into this dungeon. They're at the beginning of it. The zombies are blocking their path, so they have no choice but to fight their way through these zombies. So now we're going to go back at the top of the initiative to Ada. The zombies are now 10 feet away. Ada is going to cast Firebolt at the second zombie. +4 to hit. That's a 12. That's going to be a hit. Roll for damage. Damage is going to be D10. And that is a 9. That is going to be enough. Well, in theory, it'll be enough, but the zombie has to make their undead fortitude check. So it's going to be DC 14. Constitution is +3. Zombie rolls a 19. Zombie does not die. Well, it's already dead, but the zombie is not defeated. Zombie goes down to 1 hit point. Next is Merrick's turn. Merrick is going to shoot a short bow at the second zombie, +4 to hit. That's an 18. That's going to be a hit. Damage is D8 +2. That is an 8 damage. That should, in theory, be enough to defeat the zombie, but the zombie will need to make another undead fortitude check. So that's going to be DC 13, because 8 + 5. Rolled a 12. That is not enough. Second zombie is defeated. It's now Kashta's turn. Kashta is going to throw another javelin. This time at the third zombie. +6 to hit. That is an 8. That is enough. Damage is D6 +4. That is 7 points of damage. All right, next up is Jodam. Jodam is going to cast Sacred Flame at the third zombie. That's going to be a DC 12. Zombie rolls a 12. So the Sacred Flame misses. And now it's the zombies' turns. All right. There are 4 zombies left. First zombie is going to... We'll have 1 zombie slam into each adventurer. So the first zombie is going to slam into Kashta. So that's going to be a +3 attack roll. That is a 13. Kashta's armor class is an 18, so that is a miss. Second zombie is going to slam into Ada. Ada has an armor class of 12. Zombie's attack is +3 to hit. That is a 13. That is going to be a hit. We're going to roll for damage. That is a 7. So Ada is going to take 7 points of damage. And Ada is badly hurt now. All right, third zombie is going to slam into Jodam. Jodam's armor class is 12 also. +3 to hit. That is a 10. That is going to be a miss. And then the fourth zombie is going to slam into Merrick. Merrick has an armor class of 14. +3 to hit. That is a 14. That is going to be a hit. Roll for damage. That's going to be D6 +1. All right. That's going to be 4 points of damage. So Merrick is going to take 4 points of damage. All right, that ends round 2. On to round 3. Ada is up. Since the zombie is engaged with Ada, if she casts Firebolt, that is going to be at disadvantage. So Ada is going to draw her quarterstaff and is going to attack the zombie with the quarterstaff. That's a +2 to hit. She rolls a 15. That's going to be a hit. She's using 2 hands with the quarterstaff, so that's going to do D8 damage. And she only does 1 point of damage. So that was to the second zombie. All right, next up is Merrick. Merrick is going to take the attack action with the short bow with disadvantage, and then it's going to unequip the short bow so that Merrick can use the short sword. So this is going to be at disadvantage, so we're going to roll 2d20 and take the lowest number. All right, both numbers are 11, so that is going to be a hit. Damage is d8 plus 2, and that is going to be 3 points of damage. This is going to go to the fourth zombie. All right, Kashta is going to draw his longsword. Javelins were thrown, so does not need to unequip them. He can just immediately draw his longsword and use that. That's going to be a +6 to hit. This is going to go against the first zombie. That is a 9. That's going to be a hit. So we're going to do d8 plus 4 damage. That's going to be 8 points of damage. That is enough to drop the zombie to 0, but the zombie will need to make a undead fortitude check, which is going to be DC 13. That is a 10. That's not enough. That zombie is defeated. 3 down, 3 to go. Next is Jodam. Jodam's going to do Sacred Flame on the zombie that's in front of him. We're just going to have the zombie make a save. DC is going to be 12. It's going to be a dex save. Zombie rolls a 4. That is a failure. I'm going to roll for damage. And that's going to be 1 point of damage. All right. 3 zombies left. The zombies go. First zombie was engaged with Ada. It's going to make a slam attack. Ada's armor class is 12. Zombie attack is +3. That's a 14. That's going to be a hit. It's going to do d6 plus 1. That's 6 points of damage. And Ada goes down. Second zombie is going to attack Jodam. Jodam's armor class is also 12. +3 to hit. That is a 22. That's going to be a hit. Roll for damage. And Jodam takes 6 points of damage. Jodam is now in trouble. And then the last zombie is going to attack Merrick. Merrick's armor class is a 14, +3 to hit. 17, that's going to be a hit. D6 plus 1. That's 6 points of damage. Whoa, our heroes are in trouble. All right, that is the zombies go. Back up top, Ada is going to make a death save because she is now prone and unconscious. So the first death save, she rolls a 17. That is a success. So she has 1 success for her death save. Merrick is up. Merrick is now going to draw his short sword and attack the zombie that attacked him, which is the third and last zombie that's still alive. Merrick has a +4 to hit. That is a 7. That is going to be a miss. All right, next up is Kashta. Kashta is going to now turn his attention towards the zombie that just took down Ada. And Kashta is going to attack with his longsword. That's a +6 to hit. That is a 9. That is a hit. We're going to roll d8 plus 4 damage. That is 11 points of damage. And that zombie is now bloodied. Next up is Jodam. Jodam is going to cast Cure Wounds on Ada to get her back up. So that's going to be 2d8 plus 2. So that's going to be 7 points of healing. So Ada is now conscious again. And Jodam is going to use a spell slot. First zombie still alive is going to attack Kashta. Slam attack. +3 to hit. 22, that is a hit. Roll for damage. 5 points of damage for Kashta. Second zombie is going to go for Jodam. Jodam's armor class is 12. +3 to hit. That is a 17. That's going to be a hit. Roll for damage. Jodam takes 9 points of damage. And Jodam is now down. Third zombie is going to go for Merrick. +3 to hit. Merrick's armor class is 14. That is a 10. That is going to be a miss. All right, we're back up top to initiative. Ada is conscious again. Ada is going to use half of her movement to stand up. And then she is going to hit the zombie that attacked her with her quarterstaff. So that is going to be a +2 to hit. That's a 12. That's a hit. D8 for the damage. And that is 3 points of damage. That is enough to take the zombie down to 0. But again, zombie has to make a Constitution save. This one's going to be an 8. DC is +3. 22. So that is a success. So the zombie goes down to 1 hit point as opposed to 0. All right, Merrick is up. Merrick is going to use his short sword to attack the zombie that attacked him. That's a 22 to hit. That is a hit. Merrick is going to do D6 +2 damage. That's 7 points of damage. The zombie is bloodied. Next is Kashta. Kashta is going to attack the zombie that Ada attacked with his longsword. That is a 19 to hit. That is a hit. Damage is D8 +4. That does 6 points of damage. That zombie's going to have to make a Constitution save. DC 11. And it rolled an 8. That zombie is defeated. 4 down, 2 to go. Next is Jodam. Jodam is going to make a death save. Oh, and Jodam rolls a nat 20. Jodam goes back to 1 hit point. All right, 2 zombies left. First zombie is going to go for Ada. +3 to hit. Ada's AC is 12. And that's a 12. That's going to be a hit. D6 +1 damage. 5 points of damage to Ada. Ada is badly hurt, but still up. Second zombie is going for Merrick. D20 +3. That is a 9. That is going to be a miss. All right, we're back up top to initiative. So Ada goes. She's going to do a quarterstaff attack to the zombie that attacked her. It's going to be a +2 to hit. That is a 10. That's going to be a hit. D8 damage. 3 points of damage. All right, now it's Merrick's turn. Merrick is going to do a short sword attack. And is going to attack the last zombie that's still up. +4 to hit. 22, that is a hit. We're going to do D8 +2 damage. So that's 4 points of damage. And that is enough to put the zombie to 0, but the zombie needs to make a undead fortitude check. DC is going to be 9. Zombie rolls an 18, so zombie goes to 1 instead of 0. Kashta goes. Kashta is going to go after the zombie that's attacking Ada with his longsword. +6 to hit. 17, that's a hit. D8 +4 damage. 8 points of damage. Zombie is now bloodied. Next is Jodam. Jodam is back up. Jodam is going to stand. And then Jodam's going to cast Cure Wounds on Merrick. So 2d8 +2 for Merrick. That's 11 points. That's going to be enough to fully heal Merrick. All right, zombies go. First zombie, Ada again. +3 to hit. 11, that's going to be a miss. Second zombie for Merrick. +3 to hit. 9, that's a miss. All right, back up top to initiative. Ada goes. Quarterstaff attack. The first zombie. +2 to hit. 15, that's a hit. It's going to roll D8 for damage. 8 points of damage. That drops the zombie to 0. Zombie's got to make a Constitution save. DC 13. Zombie rolls 13. Zombie goes to 1. Next up is Merrick. Merrick is going to do a short sword attack to the final zombie. +4 to hit. 12, that's a hit. D6 +2 damage. That's 5 points of damage. Zombie needs to make a fortitude check. DC is going to be 10. And that's a 19. Zombie goes to 1. Kashta goes. Kashta is going to attack the zombie that's attacking Ada. +6 to hit. 11, that's a hit. Roll for damage. 5 points of damage. And Kashta is going to use Divine Smite. So that's going to do another 2d8 radiant damage. So that's another 6 points of damage. And because it's radiant damage, the zombie cannot make the fortitude check. The zombie is defeated. We have one zombie left. Next is Jodam. Jodam is out of spell slots. So Jodam's going to do Sacred Flame to the last zombie. It's going to be a DC 12. That's a 3. That is a hit. And that is radiant damage. So that's going to take the zombie out. 8 points of damage. The zombie is defeated. So our adventurers were able to successfully defeat the zombies. All right, so that is 300 XP. So our adventurers earned 75 XP for defeating those zombies. All right, so that ends that scene. So we're going to take a look at the threads list. No new threads were added. We just fought and defeated some zombies. Oh, before we do that, let's see if the zombies had anything on them. Does the zombies have any treasure on them? Anything worth value? I'm going to say unlikely, but you never know. Oh, 7. That is a yes. So the zombies do have some type of something of value. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Dungeon Master's Guide. And let's take a look at the treasure table and see how much treasure the zombies had on them. All right, so let's roll and see how much treasure these zombies had. All right, so we found 60 gold pieces on the zombies. That is great. All right, so now let's go ahead and conclude this scene. Threads list. We are not going to be adding any new threads. Characters list, there are no new characters to be added. Chaos factor, were the adventurers in control of this scene? I'm going to say an emphatic no. They were suddenly attacked by some zombies, so that does not sound like that they're in control. All right, so that concludes this scene. So our adventurers are still stuck in this dungeon. They're trying to find a way out. They were attacked by some zombies. So I'm sure in the next scene, we're going to try to take a short rest to try to recover before continuing on. But will we be able to do that? So far, Mythic has been saying no to our expected scenes. So we'll find out what happens in our next scene. Take care.